Hello, it is 9 p.m. at this time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines we have the arrival of the President of the Republic in Addis Ababa to participate in the AU summit. One dead and many injured following Israeli attack on Nasser Hospital in Gaza. Welcome to our newsroom. The President of the Republic, current President of IGAD, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, arrived early in the afternoon in Addis Ababa, the Ethiopian capital, where he will take part in the work of the 37th to the summit of the African Union. Around 30 head of state are expected in the Ethiopian capital for Saturday, February 17 and Sunday, February 18. An opportunity for the continent leaders to address numerous regional challenges. On his arrival at the Bole International Airport in Addis Ababa, the President of the Republic was welcomed by the Director of the Ethiopian Central Bank, Mr. Ahmed Ashidi, as well as senior officials. The 37th African Union Summit is under the theme Educating on Africa Fit for the 21st century, building resilient education systems for increased access to inclusive, qualitative, and lifelong and relevant learning in Africa. It will be devoted to the presentation and examinations of several reports on various projects and issues such as the institutional reforms of the African Union, the implementation of Agenda 2063, the monitoring of which was entrusted to President Alassane Ouattara by his peers, a large delegation including in particular the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, as well as the Ambassador of Djibouti to Ethiopia, Mr. Abdi Heibe, took part.
الرحمن أكوما هودي جوي لغو تسقاط يو وحقبات دوني دا صوتي تي كجواب كباهي رجلتيو وحي بشادو جيدا تريدا ويقلال هرومر جيدا بيو آيو مشاريع الرحمن أكوما هودي إنتاد هول أصوجل بدكتا جالو لوگ يهاي دليلك أبل مريدم تاجير كستبع فوليني إنتاد هول أصوجل بدكتا جالو لوگ يهاي دليلك مريدان تاجر كستوى فوليني نعبكاكو جمل قافكو إرم ماركا جاقا صديقة هجرئيو انتي جعل وانا قاقا عمرقي جريو عافي ما تنقو cadowgii jabyow caafimaad nagula joog aabbo jabuutina allaha nooga dhiga jagadii dhiibaanta.
The ambassador of the Republic of Djibouti to the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia and permanent representative of our country to the African Union, His Excellency Abdi Mahmoud Abe, made a statement during a press briefing held for the preparations for the work of the African Summit for Health, State and Government, in particular, President of the Republic, current President of IGAD, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, participated. The ambassador also announced that the Republic of Djibouti was elected to be a member of the Space Council of the African Union. The Embassy of Djibouti in Addis Ababa hosted this morning a signing ceremony of the series of agreements between the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, and his counterpart of the Republic from Angola, Mr. Tete Antonio. These agreements marks an important step in strengthening ties between the two nations. These agreements were signed during this ceremony, which reflects the desire of the two presidents to diversify the areas of cooperation between Djibouti and Angola. First of all, the signing of General Cooperation Agreement encompassing several aspects, including economic, technical, social and scientific. These agreements demonstrate the commitment of the two countries to work together to promote development in key areas. Subsequently, a memorandum of understanding on political consultation was established, emphasizing the importance of dialogue and collaboration between the two governments. Finally, the signing of a visa exemption agreement for the diplomatic passport and service passport. The signing of this agreement demonstrates the desire of the two countries to strengthen relations between Djibouti and Angola, paving the way for mutually beneficial and lasting cooperation. For his part, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Angola has indicated that these agreements mark an important step in strengthening ties between the two nations. These agreements were signed. Three agreements were signed during this ceremony, which reflect the desire of the two presidents to diversify the areas of cooperation between Djibouti and Angola. First of all, the signing of a general cooperation agreement encompassing several aspects, including economic, technical, social, scientific. These agreements demonstrate the commitment of the two countries to work together to promote development in key areas. For his part, the Minister Mahmoud Ali Yusuf said that these agreements mark an important step in strengthening ties between the two nations. The agreements were signed during this ceremony, which reflects the desire of the two presidents to diversify the areas of cooperation between Djibouti and Angola. First of all, the signing of a general cooperation agreement encompassing several aspects, including economic, technical, social, and scientific. These agreements demonstrate the commitment of the two countries to work together to promote development in key areas. Then the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, signed a historic agreement with his counterpart from the Republic of Benin, Mr. Olusegun Adjadi. This agreement signed between the two ministers aims to exempt holders of diplomatic and service passports from the two countries. This step reflects efforts in strengthening ties between the two nations. The signing of this agreement demonstrates Djibouti's firm commitment to consolidate relations with African nations by promoting economic, political, and cultural cooperation between Djibouti and Benin. This major breakthrough reflects Djibouti's vision as a regional partner committed to promoting peace, stability, and development in Africa. For his part, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Benin said that this agreement signed between the two ministers aims to exempt holders of diplomatic and service passport from the two countries. This step reflects efforts in strengthening ties between the two nations. The signing of this agreement demonstrates Djibouti's firm commitment to consolidating relations with the African nations by promoting economic, political, cultural cooperation between Djibouti and Benin. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, tells us this agreement signed between the two ministers aims to exempt holders of diplomatic and services passport from the two countries. This step reflects efforts in strengthening ties between the two nations. The signing of this agreement demonstrates Djibouti's firm commitment to consolidating relations with African nations by promoting economic, political, cultural cooperation between Djibouti and Benin. The President of the Republic of Bissau-Guinea, Umaru Sissoko Embalo, left Djibouti after making an official visit to Djibouti. The President of Guinea-Bissau was greeted on his departure from Djibouti International Airport by Prime Minister and the Minister of Justice. During his visit, President Sissoko Embalo met his Djiboutian counterpart Ismail Omar Guelleh on issues of common interest, including regional peace, security, economic and social development, the fight against change, climatic. The visit of the President of Guinea-Bissau to Djibouti took place in a context of rapprochement between African countries which seek to strengthen their integration and solidarity in the face of common challenges. Inchcape Djibouti Automobile SAL and subsidiary of Inchcape PLC, a global independent automotive distribution giant, is celebrating the long-awaited arrivals of the Shangan brand in Djibouti. The highlight of this inauguration is the commissioning of a brand new state-of-the-art showroom located in the Saline North. Distinguished personalities, including the Minister of Budget, the Minister of National Education, Mustafa Mohamed Mahmoud, the Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Rawla Abdullah, the President of the Chamber of Commerce, Yusuf Musa Dawale, honored the ceremony with their presence as the official distributor of Shangans in the country. Inchcape Djibouti Automotive is committed to provide a complete experience for customers, from discovering new Shangan models to put multi-brand repairs and supply of genuine parts. Mr. Antene Tegenye, Managing Director of Djibouti, expresses his enthusiasm. This partnership with the Shangan opens up new and exciting prospects for Djibouti. We are confident that our skills and in-depth knowledge of the local market will be valuable assets to the brand. This collaboration will allow us to stimulate the local economy by creating job opportunities and attracting the best talents. Customers can accept exceptional quality services consistent with the Inchcape reputation.
And now, with the unveiling of Inchcape Djibouti Automotive here in Djibouti, we embark on a new journey of boundless possibility of redefining automotive standards here in Djibouti. Our investment of $3.2 million into Inchcape Djibouti Automotive signifies not just only business transaction, but also bold statement of confidence in the potential of a great nation of Djibouti.
The President of the Chamber of Commerce, Yusuf Musa Dawale, said that the new showroom is much more than just a place to present vehicles. It embodies Inchcape's commitment to sustainability with the power supplies from renewable energy sources and facilities designed to minimize impact on the environment since its beginning in the Djibouti free zones in 1991 as a Red Sea automotive. Inchcape has established its reputation in the region, serving the Ethiopian market. This new step marks a significant step in its expansion towards the local market of Djibouti. With a highly qualified and dedicated teams, Inchcape Djibouti Automotive looks forward to welcoming customers, providing them with the personalized services and unforgettable experience on every visit. The Minister of Labor in charge of Formalization and Social Protection, Omar Abdi Saeed, participated in the 11th editions of the World Government Summit in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, from February 12 to 14, accompanied by the Ambassador of the Republic of Djibouti to the United Arab Emirates, Mr. Musa Muhammad Ahmed, as well as the senior officials of the Ministry of Labor, including the Minister's Communications Advisor, Qadir Omar Khalile, the Director General of the ANFIP, Mahmoud Omar Gelle, the Technical Advisor in Arabic, Mr. Osman, under the chairmanship of the Minister of Ministerial Affairs, Muhammad Abdullah Al-Jirgawi. This 11th edition is focused on the theme shaping the governments of tomorrow, brought together more than 26 head of state and government, 120 governments delegations, more than 85 international and regional organizations, as well as an opinion leaders, experts, and more than 4,000 participants. The World Government Summit 2024 was a valuable opportunity to exchange ideas on global trends and find solutions to development and humanitarian challenges. It also served as a platform to develop proactive strategies in response to future challenges, strengthen stability, and meet the aspirations of future generations. Among the highly themes, the intelligence to decarbonization and sidelines administrations of public functions, followed by a diploma, followed with online training on the leadership of the Djiboutian, were honored among the winners of these first editions of these types of training. The General Secretary of the government, in partnership with the Ministry of Youth and Culture, orchestrated a crucial workshop last Thursday at the People's Palace. This important event brought together government stakeholders and archive experts to discuss the objectives and key stages of ambitious project to modernize the archives of public institutions. The workshop began with a speech by the Secretary General of the Government, Alvis Mohammed Abdullahi, highlighting the importance of archives in the transparency, accountability, and efficiency of public administration. He highlighted the advantages of the archives modernization project, particularly in terms of interinstitutional coordination and simplified access of official information. In his speech of support, the Minister of Youth and Culture, Mohammed Hussein Douale, expressed his support for the project, emphasizing the crucial importance of preserving and promoting the country's documentary heritage. Adversary of the genesis of archives on presidency of the Republic captivated the attention of the participants, raising public awareness on the importance of effective management of official documents, including their sorting, packaging, and digitization. The Secretary General of the Government underlined the importance of archives as a concrete witnesses to the administrative history of the countries, calling for a common commitment to preserve and effectively manage these precious resources. This project to modernize the archives of public institutions represents a major step in improving the country's governance and administration. The Minister of Health, through the Central Purchasing Medicine and Expertise Material CAM, in collaboration with the National Institute of Public Administration, launched last Wednesday within the ANFIP with the capacity building programs in favor of personal information of the central purchases of medicines and essential materials. The objective of this program is to support CAM staff through changes so that they have perfect knowledge of their missions and to facilitate the use of the new tool. This capacity building module with the services providers with a view to improving distribution, including in particular the internal communication strategy, the strengthening of analysis capacity, documentation, and archiving, the strengthening of businesses English courses, as well as ethics 2 and 3 per day. To achieve this objective, the Ministry of Health, through the central purchasing medical essential materials, is doing everything possible to provide its service with the necessary means and strategy to have a safe medicine supply chain, reliable and durable. The achievement of CAM's ambitions, which is to build a medicine supply chain capable of ensuring health security in the country, how to manage healthcare supply chain activity across duty stations. For his part, the Secretary General of the Ministry of Health, Mr. Muhammad Ali Muhammad, said that this congratulated the director of the CAM for having had the idea of organizing this training in our countries and relying on expertise national so that health product supply chain agents have a perfect knowledge of their missions and facilitate the use of new tools. Under the distinguished patronage of the Ministry of Youth and Culture, the prestigious Bawadi Mall of Djibouti had the honor of hosting Thursday an exhibition site sale and signing sessions highlighting the works of the Djiboutian writers. This exceptional event orchestrated with the finesse inspired of the prestigious framework of the months of artists and mother tongue, thus celebrating the richness and cultural diversity of our country in an atmosphere marked by solemnity. The exhibition was inaugurated in the eminent presence of the several distinguished personalities from the Ministry of Youth and Culture, among them Ms. Medina Salah Ali, Technical Communication Advisor, and Ms. Fatuma Abdi, Director of Culture, honored this exceptional literary event with their presence. Also present, the Discorama Library Victor Hugo contributed to the solemnity of this event. The presence of these numerous works testifying to the intellectual fertility and creativity of our fellow citizens underlines the growing commitment to writing and the disseminations of culture in our society. This exceptional exhibition proves to be a real barometer, suggesting with the optimism the upcoming holdings of with the book fair, which will take place at the National Library and Archives, a true temple of knowledge and culture in our country. The multi-purpose rooms of the Guled Stadium hosted the launch of the level 1 first aid prevention and civic relief training. This initiative, organized by the State Secretariat for Sports in partnership with the Red Crescent of Djibouti and the National Directorate of Civil Protection, aims to provide the sports stakeholders with the necessary skills to intervene effectively in the event of an emergency. The training provided by Ali Mohamed Baragoita, Lieutenant of the trainers of the National Civil Protection, and Abdurrahman Mohammed Gedi of the Red Crescent of Djibouti, is aimed at coaches, referees, sports judges, as well as executives of the sports department. In offers in-depth learnings of essential first aid actions and the basic principle to ensure civil safety. The duration of the training is planned over 2 days, allowing complete immersion in first aid techniques. The event was attended by the Secretary General of the State Secretariat for Sports, Khadija Ibrahim Idris, as well as the Director of Sports and many executives and members of the Secretariat. This mobilization demonstrates the resolute commitment of the sports and civil authority to the safety and well-being of the sports community and the population in general. As part of the fight against illicit trafficking of goods and Operation to Seize the Contraband that CAT took place this morning in Ali Une, the mobile customs teams and the Beer Armed Forces of Ali Une demonstrated the unwavering commitment to the preservation of national economic integrity. During this operation, customs officers of Beer Forces managed to intercept around 27 packages of cat, each containing 100 packages of the illicit substance. The seizure was followed by immediate actions on the ground, where the seized product were incinerated, thus affirming the country's determination to eradicate the scourges decisively. Cat smuggling, in particular, poses a serious threat to the local economy, with the customs officials and military forces working together to dismantle these illicit networks and protect the country's border from this harmful trade. The destruction of goods seized on site underlines the firm commitment to eliminate illegal activity that undermines economic stability. These actions aims to discourage not only traffickers but also to raise awareness among the population of the harmful consequences of these practices of the economy. National, for his part, the head of the Customs Division, Yahya Musa, stressed that we are not trying to pursue this illicit trafficking of goods day and night. For his part, the warrant officers, Farah Muhammad, indicate that they will also always pursue this illegal contraband which enters the country. For the regional scene, both houses of parliament of the Federal Republic of Somalia have for the first time in 60 years discussed and approved the amendment and completions of the constitutions of the Federal Republic of Somalia, which has been in the works of the several decades. The parliamentarian and senator of the two chambers of the BFS who held a joint meeting on these issues have received the schedule of the debate, which will last several days, and when these debates are completed, the vote of approval will take place. As speakers of the People's Assembly of the Federal Parliament of Somalia, Sheikh Adam Madobe, who chaired the meeting, asked the Constitution Review and Monitoring Commission to explain to Parliament in the understandable manner the provisions of the amendments contained in this document, a provisional constitution, and work in general the ongoing reforms of the constitutions of this Commission of Parliament assigned. The Member of Parliament of the two councils today received the update of the proposed amendment to the Constitution, while the Council held a report from the chairman of the Review of Monitoring Committee of the country's acting constitutions. For the international scene in Gaza, one dead and many injured following the Israeli attack on the Nasser hospitals. At least one person was killed and many others were injured in an attack by Israeli forces on the Nasser hospital in Khan Yunis in the southern Gaza Strip. The Palestinian news agency reported the attacks was carried out by the hospital's orthopedic department. Wafa reported according to the agency. And this is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.